With all the focus on Christmas movies, the next immediate holiday, New Year's Eve, is often lost in the red and green noise of the holiday season. As such, it tends to be woefully underrepresented in the romance movies and TV show specialty scene. In fact, there are really only 2 Hallmark-style movies I could find built around the holiday. The first is a typical royal-based movie, which I will review later, and the second is today's movie, A Midnight Kiss. The movie opens with some panning skyline shots of Seattle, Washington, the locale of this movie. Then we see a Christmas party that is in full swing. Even though A Midnight Kiss is technically a New Year's Eve movie, the actual movie itself spans the time between Christmas and New Year's, so a lot of Christmas decorations and holiday-themed paraphernalia are going to appear in this movie. The entire thing takes place with piles of snow and boughs of holly in the background, so I will consider this a Christmas movie, in my opinion. It turns out, our protagonist of this movie, along with her family, are party planners, and are apparently the best in Seattle. Meet the Pearsons, consisting of Mom Barb, Dad Gary, Brother Jake, and daughter Mia. And apparently, they are the best at what they do, and unlike Wolverine, what they do is very pretty. The family unit works together to put on the best parties in the Northwest, but the parents are getting older, and it's time for them to retire. Of course, they feel it is perfect time to go out because their kids have reached that age and level of experience where they should be able to take over the business without a problem. But Mia has a bit of a secret. See, she's feeling a bit trapped by the family business. She loves helping her family, and she loves party planning, and she especially loves using her photography and filmography talent to photograph and videotape the events for posterity. But there's a part of her that just wants to do something different, something more impactful. Mia is played by Adelaide Kane. And yes, we once again have another former Power Ranger actress in a Hallmark movie. Of course, most people would recognize her more from her role as Mary Queen of Scots on the CW show Reign, or from her brief appearances in shows like Star Trek or Once Upon a Time. She is a surprisingly good actress and has a great way of emoting her feelings. And honestly, she seems born to play the lead in romantic comedies, which is surprising because of how few of them she appears in. Anyway, Mia's brother Jake happens to stumble upon a massive deal for the company that could make or break their future. The only problem is that this party they are supposed to plan is to be held on New Year's Eve. And Christmas just ended. That means they have less than a week to get it together. He takes the contract despite Mia's misgivings, and all is set for the party to go off without a hitch, making the first successful outing of the kids-only company. That is, until Jake is injured. Jake ends up having his leg in a cast, meaning he can't run around town with Mia prepping for the party, nor can he go to the location of the party and help set it up. This pretty much puts him out of commission. Mia needs some help, so he decides to recruit an old childhood friend to run around with her. It looks like they're going to be spending plenty of time together if they hope to get the party ready by New Year's. Well, he's relatively attractive, so I think we all know where this is going. What follows is a whirlwind of putting out metaphorical fires while trying to make sure that this party goes off without a hitch. It's complicated by the fact that they really only have 7 days, and most people around this time are out on vacation. Everything from the food, to the flowers, to the music, to an emergency surprise blackout, and a permit for fireworks comes up as Mia and her new assistant attempt to make sure that everything happens as it should. As Mia and her new assistant work together, she begins disclosing more and more of her personal dreams and ambitions, and he seems to understand and offer her the chance to come with him and film a documentary. But before she can even entertain such an action, she has to finish making sure that the business is up and running successfully and that the party happens without a hitch. Will the Pearsons pull off the party in time? Will they impress the important client and ensure the future of their party planning business? Will Mia decide to stay a party planner or follow her dreams? Will she come to grips with her feelings and find her love before midnight? I guess we'll just have to watch the movie and find out. Personally, New Year's Eve has always just been another day to me. I know that some people go to lavish parties, they watch the ball in Times Square drop, and have energetic countdowns culminating in a kiss with their lover. For me, it's a night I stay up late because the fireworks and gunshots from people in our rural community will just wake me up if I don't, so I might as well be up. I do, however, recognize the cultural significance of the holiday, as well as the thematic appeal of entering a new year with a fresh start, an unknown future with infinite possibilities, and also a break away from the status quo and mistakes of the previous year. That's why I understand people want to celebrate the holiday with a big giant party, even if it's not my cup of tea. And I also understand, with my business background, how both the client, she would want to have a huge party to promote her brand, and also the party planning business would want to bend over a little backwards in order to secure such a rich and potentially reoccurring customer. Frankly, I'm a bit impressed that this movie managed to juggle 3 different stories all at the same time. A lot of these Hallmark movies have an A plot, which is the romance, and a B plot, which is saving the business. Or else the A plot is saving the business and the B plot is the romance. And then there's a bunch of little subplots, like the 2 best friends of the leads are going to get together, or the daughter has a school project she's doing, or something like that. But in this particular movie, all 3 plots are equally the star of the film. All 3 plots are equally as important. These 3 plots include Mia struggling with what she wants to do with her future. Does she want to become a professional filmmaker and go do documentaries or something of that nature? Or does she want to remain with the family business, which she truly loves and enjoys doing, but she's just not sure it's right for her? The second plot would be the romance with the childhood friend. Or rather, it's her brother's childhood friend, and she just kind of knew him at the same time. Plotline 3 is, of course, making sure that the party goes off without a hitch. And you might think that some of the things that happen that make this event not work perfectly might be a little contrived because, oh, it's a movie, we gotta have things go wrong. But I've actually done a little bit of event planning in my life, and believe me, this kind of stuff always happens when you're doing an event. Nothing ever goes according to plan. And sometimes adapting on the fly is what truly makes you a good party event planner, and not just having a great plan from the get-go. I also think that the solutions to a lot of these problems are pretty creative and nice, and all of it ultimately leads to the thing that the movie was promising from the very beginning with the title, and that is, of course, The Kiss at Midnight. It's romantic, it's sappy, but again, aren't all of these movies that? I do consider this a holiday movie, and so it falls under my candy cane rating system, as far as I'm concerned. There's always something so compelling and charismatic about Adelaide Kane, no matter the role she plays, and as the protagonist of a romance film, she makes the perfect leading lady. The overall story and the fact that the movie focuses on a slightly different holiday than Christmas leaves the viewer with a somewhat unique feel for their viewing, and sets this apart from other movies in the Christmas genre. All in all, this is a perfectly romantic and perfectly fine not so Christmas movie. That's why I give this movie 7 candy canes out of 10. A Midnight's Kiss is another Hallmark original movie and is currently available on Hallmark Plus. So if you want a fun romance movie to watch while you are waiting for that midnight countdown, this is the movie for you. With that said, I have been your host, Jack Collins, and I'll see you in the new year.